So today we will discuss about your behavioral control. What do you mean by behavior, insect behavior? What is the meaning of that? Behavior of the insect means how they are behaving to do something. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
For example, honeybees are stinging you. The blister bit later it is falling down. Yes or no? Like this, some insect are giving some behavior. So how we can use this one in the control one? When behavior is happening in between two insect. It may be in between two different species, or it may be in between the same species. Male, female may be there, male may be there, one individual with others may be there. So this is what your behavior of the insect that we are utilizing for pest management. That is known as what your behavioral control. Okay, the study of the behavior regulating chemicals, semiochemicals, that is known as what your semiochemicals, the chemicals which are helpful in behavior what your semiochemical, and exploiting them for the insect pest control. Okay. This chemical communication is the primary mode of information. Olfactory stimulation will be there. Infochemical is a new term given to the semiochemical. Okay. Okay. So semiochemical derived from this Greek word, that is your someone means what your meaning is a mark of a signal. Understanding what is that? Semion. Someone means what your a mark of a signal. A mark has been given which is signaling the other insect, other individuals. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
It may come in the exam. What is the meaning of summon? Okay, it is a mark of a signal. Semiochemicals are potential tool in pest management. UC story is written. Okay, so semiochemical or infochemical is divided into two types. What are those? One is intraspecific, another one is interspecific. What do you mean by intraspecific?
Within same species.
Within same species. Yes or no? Male to female or one individual to other individual of the species. That is her intraspecific. Okay. The intraspecific semiochemical is known as what your pheromone, and the interspecific semiochemical is known as what your allylochemical. Understood up to this?
Yes, sir.
Important. It may come in the exam. Now coming to pheromone is again divided into releaser, primer. What are those? Alarm, sexual, aggregation, trail. Here what will happen, you see, in case of releaser, one individual will be there that is regulating the whole population of the species. What is primer, you see? Sexual maturation, development, physiological, some growth. Yes or no? Growth, reproduction, they are maintaining these things. Primary one, primer one. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming to the allylochemical, allomone, chiromone, cinnamon is there. These things we'll discuss in the line of the slides. Slides. Understanding? So now coming to your pheromone. Okay. A pheromone is a chemical or mixture of chemicals released by one organism to the outside environment. Suppose one female is there, it has released the chemical outside. That causes a specific reaction in the receiving organism of the same species. Once the female will release the pheromone in the field, then what will happen? It will trigger the male to come and go for copulation. Understanding the definition?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pheromones are volatile. That means which stimulation? Olfactory. Yes or no? That they aid in communication among the insects. Okay. Pheromone are exocrine in origin. What is the meaning? Secreted outside the body. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
That means at the end of the body that will be secreted. That's why exocrine. And as it is released outside, that's why it is known as what? Ectohormones. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So molting hormone, juvenile hormone, they will be known as what? Pheromone. It may come. Who has coined the term pheromone? German chemist. He is your what? German chemist not required. Carlson and Buchanan, they have coined the term pheromone. Next, derived from two Greek words, pherein, that means to carry, hormone means to excite. That means they pheromone means what? These are the hormone which will carry forward to the another individual of the same species. Yes or no? Based on the response elicited, pheromone can be classified into two groups. What are those? Primer pheromone, releaser pheromone. In this slide you see primer pheromone means what? Sexual maturation, development, physiological state. Okay. So here what is happening? Trigger a chain of physiological changes in the recipient without immediate change in the behavior. That means, suppose you see, in case of honeybees, do you know what is the caste system? Caste system. You see, in case of honeybees, what happens? Okay, there is a substance that is known as what? Your royal jelly. Okay, So the one which will be fed with royal jelly, what will happen? That will become queen. The one which is only fed with other things other than royal jelly, that is bee bread and all, not important now. Okay, in the 5th, 6th semester we will understand. So that will have what? Your worker and drone. So here what is happening? Is it like that we have trusted the royal jelly and the queen will come? Is it like that?
No, sir.
No. Yes or no? A series of changes will happen. Those who are feeding with the royal jelly, their ovary will be developed, their abdomen will be more, the insect will be larger, but they cannot fly, they don't have the sting, only they have the ovipositor. So these many changes will happen in the insect, and at last what will happen? That will become queen. So you see, in case of primer pheromone, same thing happen. In general, what happens? That is gustatory. That means they were feeding, some physiological changes is happening, and it is taking some 1 to 2 months. Then what is happening? The change has been identified in the insect. This is what your primer pheromone. But what is releaser pheromone? Immediate. Understanding my point? Night what happened? The female has released the pheromone, then immediately within 1 to 2 hours what will happen? Males will be attracted to that, and then mating will be there. Understanding? This is what a releaser pheromone. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
So here which stimuli will be there? Gustatory, olfactory, or ocular? Which stimulation will be there?
Olfactory.
Olfactory. Yes or no? By perceiving the sense, by perceiving the chemical, by the smell, by the odor. Yes or no? What is happening? Immediate changes are happening here. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Why it is written reversible behavior? This is irreversible, but this is reversible. Why? Once the larva will fed with the royal jelly, anyhow it will become queen only. But that is why it is what? Irreversible, primer. But releaser means what? Suppose female pheromone is coming, it is going. But suppose what happen? Suddenly the pheromone will stop. Will that male will go now towards the female? No.
No.
Yes or no? Huh? That is what your reversible behavioral changes. Understood? Okay. So this can be successfully utilized in the pest management. Sex pheromone, aggregation pheromone, alarm pheromone, trail pheromone. One by one we will discuss. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First one is your what? Sex pheromone. That means what is happening here? Either male will or female will produce the pheromone for which either female or male will be attracted towards that. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you see pheromone producing glands. In Lepidoptera what happens? They are produced by the irreversible gland, ectodermal in origin, at the tip of the abdomen of the female. Okay. The posture shown during the pheromone is called as what? Calling position, calling the mate member. Yes or no? In case of male what happens? They have the aphrodisiac gland, okay, present on the scent brush at the tip of the abdomen, and here what will happen? Female will be attracted. Understanding? Anyhow, this won't come in the exam. This is in the physiology. So for IPM point of view, these are not important. Those who will prepare for entomology, for them this is important. Huh? Okay. Understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The PDF I have sent, my PDF is not there. Huh? Raviraj sir PDF is there. Okay, if you want, I will give you. Otherwise, these are not that much important. I have kept so many information which is not important. So now you see the following are some of the female sex pheromone identified in insect. That means these are the produced by the female. Suppose gossypluer. What is the chemical name? JDZZ71 hexadecadenyl acetate. Okay, this is not important. Just for understanding I have given here. You see, majority of sex pheromones are released by the female species except which one? Cotton boluville, Anthnomus grandis, cabbage looper, Trichoplusiani, and Mediterranean fruit fly, Ceratitis capitata, red fan weevil, banana corn weevil, where what happens? Males are producing the pheromone. But in all other cases what happens? Female are producing the pheromone. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Most of the cases, female only produce the pheromone. Okay. Exception minimum, this one you remember, huh? Easy to remember. Cotton boluville, cabbage looper, and this red palm weevil. Mediterranean somewhat it may be difficult for you to remember. Okay. Minimum cotton boluville you remember. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now coming to silkworm. Their female produces what? One pheromone, one chemical. That is known as what? Your bombicol. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Scientists have given the name according to their interest. Gypsy moth, gyplure, disparlure, pink bollworm, Pectinophora gossypiella, that is what gossiplure, this one, gossiplure. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Cabbage
Yes,
looper,
sir.
its name is looper, that's why it is looplure. Tobacco cutworm, it is Spodoptera, that's why spodolure or litlure. Gram podborer, helicorpa, that's why which lure? Helilure.
Helilure.
Okay, good. Then honeybee produces queen substance. What is that? I think I have told somewhere. Why, if you are removing the queen, is disrupted? Because all will go towards the queen. Yes or no? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you are removing the queen from the colony. Wherever you are taking the queen within a different range, the honeybees will go towards that. That is what your queen substance. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But anyhow, it is not actually sex pheromone, it is aggregation pheromone. By mistake, it is there. Then, cotton voluble, grandeur. This is what the male pheromone. Yes or no? Huh? Red fan weevil, okay, rhinoceros beetle, all are aggregation only. You see written also. Aggregation. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Red pan weevil, Cosmopolitus sordidus. That's why what your it is cosmolure. Okay. Rhinoceros beetle or Actus rhinoceros. That is why it is your what? Rhinolure. Huh? Like this. This is ferruginous. Rhynchophorus ferruginous. Red pan weevil. Understanding or not? According
Yes,
to the
sir.
scientific name, they are giving the names. This last, these are your what? Male pheromone. These are your what? Female pheromone.
If one insect will be taken from the group, the other insects will go to the insect.
Yes, yes or no? That is what they are doing. Just like queen substance in queen, the queen is producing some substance from their mandibular gland, for which what is happening. All the workers, drones are coming towards the queen, side to the queen. Yes or no? That is only what your aggregation pheromone. How can you use that one?
We can take the insect to the field, and the other insects will go and aggregate there.
That is one thing. Otherwise, what you can do? The pheromone you produce synthetically, and where you don't want the insect, keep it there. Understanding or not? Take this, prepare this synthetically, and what to do? Keep it somewhere else so that they will be going. Yes or no? They won't get their host. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
You see what this phloem beetle is doing? They incorporate their pheromone in the fecal matter. In the excreta it will be there. Though the insect may go to this excreta, what will happen? They will come. Yes or no? So you can change their nesting site. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You see, just like in case of your rhinoceros beetle also, what they are doing? There is a trap. In that trap, what they are doing? This aggregation pheromone they are keeping. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Some pheromone names are written: frontaline, ipsenol, periplanon, Periplanta america cockroach, dimethylic decanol. So these are the example. You may not remember the insect. Please remember for 2 to 3 example of aggregation pheromone. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next
Yes,
one is
sir.
trail making. You know this one. You see these ants are making the trail. Why? Because they have the trail pheromone. Yes or no? In ants, Formica rupa, you see formic acid is the trail pheromone. In case of termites, hexanoic acid is the trail pheromone. What is
Yes,
alarm
sir.
pheromone? Who can tell? Again, honeybees. If one worker is stinging you, what is happening? If one worker is stinging you, what is happening? If one honeybee stung you, what is happening? You tell me.
But then all the honeybees come and sting you.
Why all honeybees are coming? Because they are alarmed. How they are alarmed? Because when the worker is stinging you, it is leaving its sting apparatus. In that the alarm pheromone is there. After that the honeybee is dying. But to the sting apparatus, to the pheromone, what will happen? It is alarming the all other individual of the same species. They are coming and they are stinging you. Understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you see 2 honeybee boxes are there. From one honeybee box, what happened? They have stung you. It does not mean the other honeybee box will also come to sting you. They won't come. Only from the same box, the same individuals will come to sting you. Understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is what your alarm pheromone. Okay. Now coming to now you
No,
define.
sir. Actually, in plants, The chemicals which do not allow other plants to grow
That is
are known as
allelopathy.
allelochemicals.
That is right. In weed science, you have studied. Yes or no? Good, good. Huh? In weed science, that is the concept. But in entomology, now you see that is good. Right? Huh? Very good. So the thing you have told, that is right. Huh? That is allelopathy. Huh? Good. But in case of entomology, you see there is a term again, allelochemical. What is the meaning? You individual of another species. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
That means from one species some chemical is producing, that's why what is happening, another species is coming towards that or away from that. That is known as what your allelochemical. Understood? It is
Yes,
divided
sir.
into allomone, chiromone, cinnamone. Allomone means what? Suppose you see two individual, suppose A and B is there. Huh? A is producing the pheromone chemical, B is perceiving that one, for which what happen, A is getting the benefit, that is known as what your allomone. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
If B is getting the pheromone, that is known as what? Chiromone. If A and B are getting the benefit, that is known as what? Your cinnamon. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Now you see with example. Generally example they don't ask, okay? Only they ask what is the difference, okay? You see, R.H. Whittaker coined the term allochemical, what? Year is not important, only remember Whittaker coined the term your allochemical. Who has coined the term pheromone? Recently discussed, Carlson and Buchanan. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So allomone is what? It is a chemical or a mixture of chemical released by one organism that induce a response in individual of another species, which is advantageous to the releaser. This is known as what your allomone. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For example, the differential secretion of insect and plants that are poisonous or repulsant to attacking predator. Okay. That means here what is happening, you see, another secretion of osmeteria in citrus butterfly. Have you seen this one? Have you seen this one? Osmeteria in citrus butterfly.
No, sir.
కోకచిలుక యొక్క లద్దె పురుగు ఈ ఆకులపై కనిపిస్తుంది. కోకచిలుక నిమ్మ
You see, this fly is coming towards that.
సామాన్య నామం
See this one, my mouse button.
నిమ్మ సీతాకోకచిలుక. నిమ్మ సీతాచో కోకచిలుక యొక్క లద్దె పురుగు ఈ నిమ్మ మొక్కపై ఉన్న
Yes, sir.
You see this one, huh? This is what your osmeteria in lemon butterfly or citrus butterfly, larva, their caterpillar. You see, what will happen? It will repel, some odor will repel the insect and it will show a very dangerous position. Yes or no? That's why what will happen? Whatever the insect, the predator also coming towards us, they will go away. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
One more protection mechanism they do, you see, you might have studied these things in FE1. What is that? Why the insect are abundant? In that protective mechanism was there. Osmeteria was there. How it is looking like, you tell? It is looking like bird excreta. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So here what happens? Birds also feed on the caterpillar. So as they look like bird excreta, what happens? Bird thinks that that is the excreta of them. That's why also they avoid the predation. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the protective mechanism of lemon butterflies. Understood, huh?
Yes, sir.
So now coming to our chiromone. Chiromone means what? Positive towards what? Receiver. Allomone means positive towards sender. Chiromone means positive towards the receiver. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you see there is one insect, that is your bug, Nejara viridula. This bug, what they do? They release some sex pheromone for their copulation. But what happens? This particular sex pheromone also attracts its parasite. Now what will happen to the parasite? As the parasite knew that no, Nejara viridula is there, what this parasite will do? She will come or he will come to feed on this Nejara viridula. So it is what? Advantageous towards what? The parasite.
Yes, sir.
A is there, B is there. B will feed on A. A is producing something for which what is happening? B able to know A is there. So B will come and feed on the A. So B is the advantageous here. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is cinnamon? Both.
Both are
Both are beneficial.
That means termite and protozoa. What is happening there? You tell me. Hello. Am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what will happen here? Termite will be inside the protozoa. Termite will feed on what? Wood material, which cannot be digested in their midgut. It will come to the rectum part. There what will happen? Protozoa will be there. Protozoa will digest that one by getting the food. Both are getting the benefit. This is known as what? Your cinnamon. Next one is your what? You see, that is your epneumon. What is epneumon? Chemical from non-living material eliciting behavioral response. That means fish meal will attract the soot fly. Fish meal is one non-living material. It is the dead one. It is attracting the sorghum soot fly. Any doubt?
No,
Sir, you
sir.
explained this pneumon, sir.
No, sir.
Epneumon means that is one non-living material. Yes or no? You see, fish is living, but fish means what? The dead fish is there where we are applying mixing with some products. Suppose sorghum, we are mixing that one. So now sorghum is the what food, fish meal is some non-living material, towards which what will happen? Sorghum soot fly will come. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
That means the smell, the chemical is producing from the non-living material, and that is triggering the insect. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is next one? Parapheromone. Okay, one more thing is there, you note it down. These are the compounds derived from the plants that attract the insect. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you give an example? Pentachlorophenol in rice. What is happening? It is attracting the rice stem borer. Yes or no? So many we have discussed in the host plant resistance. Try to remember. Due to presence of this chemical, this insect is coming. Due to presence of this chemical, this insect is repel away. Getting my point or not?
Yes, sir.
That means how we can write? Chemical from the botanical plants eliciting behavioral response in the insect is known as what? Parapheromone. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So how we can utilize this these things? We can go for pheromone traps, yes or no? And we can kill them. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Now coming to some other components are there. This is known as a recent method of pest management. We can use insect attractant, insect repellent, insect antifidant. Okay, those things are there we can use to manage the pest. What are those? First one is what? Insect attractant. What is that? These are the chemicals that cause insect to make oriented movements towards their source. Is known as what? Insect attractant. Some chemical is there for which what is happening? Insect are coming towards that. You have to identify that one. You have to use that one. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
For example, pheromone, natural food lure, opposition lure, and poison bait. First, pheromone you already have completed. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now coming to natural food lures. What are the naturally available chemical which act as the lure for the, will mix with the food so that they will come. Now, chemical present in plant and animal host that attract the insect. They stimulate the olfactory receptor. Okay. For example, onion fly, they will be attracted towards your propyl mercaptan from onions. Bark beetle, torphin from the bark. This oriental fruit fly, methyl eugenol. Where this is used, you tell me. I already have told you methyl eugenol. Where we have discussed. Hello, try to remember. Methyl eugenol. Where I have told you. Not remembering. Do you know what is?
Sir, chemical method.
No, not chemical method. In mechanical method, I have told. I have shown you na the fruit fly trap, the yellow color one.
Yes, sir.
It can be hanged on the tree so that fruit fly will come. What it is there inside that fruit fly trap? This methyl eugenol only. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Next, similarly for melon fruit fly, Q lure is there. Yes, so Mediterranean fruit fly, Trimate lure is there. So these are the attractant. Next one is what? Oviposition lure. What is the meaning of that? You only tell. To lure the insect for oviposition. Due to presence of this chemical, what will happen? The insect will come and release the eggs. Understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How you can use this one for pest management? How can you use this one? Put these chemicals in the non-host plant. So they will go there, they will lay the eggs. Now what will happen? No larva will come out. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Where rice stem borer will lay their eggs? Where they will lay their eggs? So many time I told, I forgot how many time I
Tips
told.
of rice.
Tip of rice, yes or no? Huh? So what we can do? Take this chemical in high concentration, put it on the soil, or put it on some weeds, on some weeds. Now where the this temporary mother will go? She will go to the weeds and she will lay the eggs there. From the egg the larva will come, but no rice plant on the weeds. So they will try to feed on the weeds. Understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next is what are poison baits. These things so many times we have discussed. Yes or no? One insecticide will be there, one carrier will be there, one attractant will be there. Huh? No need to tell again. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next one is insect repellent. What is that? Chemicals which cause the insect to move away from their source or prevent the insect damage to the plants by rendering them unattractive or unpalatable. Repellent. Yes or no? Huh? So you see contact. Some physical repellent are there like dust, granule, water oil, leaf hair, spines, waxes will be there, means they will go away. What is auditory? If you put high amplified sound, then what will happen? These birds will go. Yes or no? Flies will go, some pyralid moth will go, mosquito will go. What is visual?
Colors.
How color can repel the insect?
Sir, attractant
Yellow
color.
and red color.
Huh?
Sir,
Yellow and red
attractant.
color repels the insect.
Okay. That is right. You see in Behavioural, what is happening? VIBG is attractant, VIVOR is repellent. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So those colors can be used. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. It is visible now.
Now you see like this they are doing, so that what will happen? Due to this reflection, the birds will go away. Yes or no? So many kind of silver color or any kind of sticker they are putting, and in a rope they are hanging throughout in the boundary of the field. For which what is happening? Insect are going, sorry, not insect, birds are going away. Understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
That is only what your visual repellents. Some farmers are doing, especially those growing sesamum, sunflower, they will do such kind of. For rice, not that much important. During harvesting time, that is important. Okay, or panicle emergence. Okay. Then excitatory means what? Insecticide. Yes or no? Contact insecticide you can use. So that what will happen? Whenever the insect is coming towards the chemical, they will get some excitation. That's why what will happen? They will go away. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Some feeding repellent are there. The next chapter anti-feed and we will discuss in this slide only. Then chemical repellent. Repellent from plant origin, first one. You see the oil of citronella remained a commonly used mosquito repellent in odomus. Do you know odomus? Yes or no? You have to put it on the skin. Yes or no? Just like ointment. If you put it in the skin, then what is happening? Mosquito are not coming. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Especially for kids, that is available. Fully citronella oil smell will come. Extract from the lemongrass, Cymbopogon nardus, contain the citronellol, geraniol. Okay, they remain as the most important botanical repellents. Pyrethrum in low concentration, it is repellent. But in high concentration means? Pyrethrum in low concentration is repellent. But if it is high concentration, what will happen? Killing agent. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
many
sir.
I have told you, pyrethrum is that is a very effective contact poison. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But poorly stomach poison. That's why synthetic pyrethroid came. So pyrethrum at low concentration repellent. If more concentration, immediately they will kill the insect. Yes or no? Then claws impregnated
sir.
with some pyrethroid effective against your many insect vector like your naphthalene ball you are using. Yes or no? Then synthetic one, for mosquito, dimethyl phthalate you can use. For phytophagous insect, borax mixture you can use. For fabric eaters, naphthalene ball you are using this one at home. For bees, smoke you are using. For mosquito again, oil of citronella you are using. Yes or no? For mosquito flies fleas, N-diethyl M tolamide you are using. Only remember the bold letters. Understanding? If this one will come in the question, sorry, this one, I hope no one will make mistake. Yes or no? Fabric eater, naphthalene ball you are using at home. Gondhako, yes or no?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
You are using that one. Then, now coming to insect anti-feedant. What is that? Inhibit the feeding but does not necessarily kill the insect directly. Okay, insect often may remain on the treated plant material and die of starvation, but they won't feed. That's why it is also known as what your feeding deterrents. They will gustatory repellent or rejectants. Okay, three main sites of the sense of taste in the insect were located in the mouth, on the tarsi, and on the antenna. So they will excite those receptor sites. What are the antefeedant? Triazine, that is your what? Acetanilide. Organotrine, that is what? Your triphenyltine acetate. Carbamate, that is also one your what? Antefeedant. Only remember the example. The sub lines are not important. Okay, only remember three groups are there: triazine, organotin, carbamate. In triazine, what is the example? Acetanilide. In organotin, what is the example? Triphenyltine acetate. In carbamate, what is the example? Aprocar propoxur. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Only that much you remember. The follow-up things are not important. For which insect and all, that is not at all important. Understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next one you see botanical extracts. What are those? Pyrethrum, I already have told you. Margosan from the nib, that also act as a antefeedant. Apple factor. Huh? Two factor are there. One is pepper factor, another one is apple factor. What is pepper factor? Who can tell? Try to remember. IGR. What is IGR? IGR. What is that?
Insect growth regulators.
There, what are the things we have discussed? Headings you tell me. One is what? Chitin synthesis inhibitor. Yes or no?
Yeah.
What else we have discussed?
Juvenile hormone mimics.
Very good. Juvenile hormone mimics, then anti-juvenile hormone mimics, molting hormone mimics. In juvenile hormone mimics, you try to remember. I have told you to remember that pepper factor. William and Slama, what they have done? They were rearing one bug. Which bug? Pyrocoris epterus. So what they were doing in the petri plate, they are keeping one pepper. On that they are filter pepper. On that they are rearing the bug. But in the pepper is prepared from the bark of balsam fig tree, where the juvenile hormone was there, for which the pyrocoris bug was not effectively developed. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is known as pepper factor. Now coming to apple factor. What is that? You see, in apple one genus is there, Malus. Okay, this Malus genus of apple, what they do? They produce phenol. That is your florigin. If a phenol compound, that is your what? Florigin. What they do? Act as a feeding deterrent for non-apple feeding aphids. You see, in apple also one aphid is attacking. What is the common name? Who can tell?
Woolly aphid.
Very good. Yes or no? Huh? Woolly aphid. Okay. For them, what will happen? Florigin won't do anything. Woolly aphid will come and feed. Okay. But if some other aphids are there, it is a repellent. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
That's why you see, it acts as a feeding deterrent for non-apple feeding aphids, not woolly aphid, but all other non-apple feeding aphids. Majus porsica, apis crackyvora, whatever. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what are apple factor. Huh? Please remember, one is pepper factor, another one is apple factor. Next one is what your solanum alkaloids, tomatin, solanine. Okay, they also reduce the potato leaf hopper. Then other substance like leaf. Understood?
Yes, sir.
What is the advantage of these things? Affect only the phytophagous insect. As pest is not killed, parasite predator will survive. No phytotoxicity, no chemical, no pollution. Story you can write down. Disadvantage is what? These are mostly effective against sucking pest only. New growth of the plant are not protected. Suppose you see you have applied the pheromone somewhere, attractant somewhere. But suppose the plant is growing. Will that go on the top portion also? No. Where you have applied, then only they will act as a repellent. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So wherever you have not treated, untreated part will be affected by the insect. Huh? These are the disadvantages. These are not important. Understood?
Yes, sir.